Well, morning people. Rick here again. Glad you could join me. As usual, we're going fishing. There's a whole lot of other things that I should be doing right now. I got storm damage in my yard, and several truckloads of branches and trees I got all the way. But this morning is like the quintessential July morning. It is beautiful out. No wind, 70 degrees. It's just too nice to waste doing work. So I'm going fishing. Come on with me. Let's see what we can get. Okay, we got fresh batteries, and I'm all set. Got my Texas rigged worm with no weights. I'm sitting in a pile of weeds. This is my kind of fish. Generally speaking, when I fish from a kayak, you see that? That was on the back camera. You should have seen that. When I'm fishing from the kayak here, I use a different strategy. When I'm in there's a big hole right there in the drop off, and there's a lot of bass out there, but anybody with a boat can get to there and catch those bass. You know, if they're in the right mood, you're catching bass, and that's fun. But in the kayak, what makes kayak special and why I love it so much is because you can get back in these weeds like this. You know what? There's a huge sunny right there. I gotta get my ultralight to stay there. There's a huge sun. It's huge. It's huge. It's not really the right kind of spot for an ultralight. That was like a 3/4 ball sun. There you go. Awesome. Well, at least I'm rigged up so if I see one again, I love catching those big suns. Somebody once said that if bluegills got to be 5 pounds, nobody'd be able to get them into the boat. Here it is. There's one. That's a different one than the one I was looking for. Spit it out, spit it out, spit it out, spit it out. I'm not giving you very good commentary. So anyway, like I was saying, the fish out there, drop-offs, weed lines, stuff like that, anybody can get those. Any Sunday afternoon fisherman with a boat can get at those. But what's harder is when you get into the weeds. This is only 2 feet deep here, A trolling motor won't get you through here, even the newfangled ones that chop their own weeds and stuff. You know, you'd have to be sitting out there and cast into a place like this, and then there's bass. Not a big one, bass. Let's see what we can do. Sunny's running. Okay, let's just finish what I'm saying. Okay, anybody with a boat can catch those fish out there. I like to get in deep into the weeds, go bush as they say, and fish for these bass and the big sunnies and stuff that hide out in this stuff that rarely see a lure because it's just too hard to get anything else in here but a kayak or a boat. So, using the tools I have, I try to fish for fish that nobody else fishes for. And that's what we're doing today. We're back in the weeds, we're busting brush. Oh, there's a big sunny right there. Oh gosh. That's one of those monster sunnies. He's on his bed still. And I got weeds. Let's see if we can get him. That's a big one, that's a big one, that's a big one. Let's back off, back off. Drift right over the bed. Most of the fish are done spawning, but this guy's still on his bed. So we're gonna back off a little and let him get back. That might have been the one I saw earlier. Let's back off and let him get back where he's supposed to be. Then we'll drop a jig on him. Patience, Rick, patience. There he is. He's back. He's back. He's back. He's back. Let's see if we can get him. On his bed in the middle of July. Ah! I busted my rod. But I got him. Ah. Dang it. Well, I got another one of them rods. Look at that. Woo. 3/4 pound about. See that? Bluegill. Massive. That's what I get for using these rods. There's a bass right there. These telescoping rods I love. They're just not as strong as. Look at that, I snapped my rod. I didn't even do nothing dumb there. I just broke. Dang it. See what I mean? 5-pound sunnies. That'd be scary to fish them. That was fun. There's some weeds in the shade. Let's try that. Big sunnies. I got huge sunnies. And a bass. so much glare, even my Polaroids aren't doing it. It was about a 13, 14 incher. Got him. It's not the one I saw, but it's killing. Nice one. Swallowed it. Boy, that's good he swallowed it, because I couldn't see it to save my light. Right in all the sun glare. Okay, what did we learn there? This guy was in the shade. A normal spot, but he was in the shade. And he was in the shade. So maybe that's the secret, huh? Boy, he made mincemeat out of my worm. Okay, so let's concentrate on shade. Maybe that's the secret. So there's some more weeds here in the shade. It's a pattern that I came up with a few years ago. Well, I came up with, that's pushing it, but I'm sure thousands of guys fished shade, but it's something not to miss. Because shade makes edges in the water, and that's what bass like, you know. It's not so much the temperature, it's ambush points, and shade makes an ambush point. And during midsummer, like what we got going here, not only is it an ambush point, but it's cooler water too. Let's see what we can do. Let's add this little bit of tidbit to our game plan. Let's see if we can cast right into the shade underneath here, huh? Come on, get rid of the grass. Oh man, if I get a fish, I ain't gonna get it out of there. Got him! Holy crap! That's a good fish. That's a good fish. That's a good fish. That's a good fish. Whoa! In the shade, people. In the shade. In the shade. Oh! Oh! Oh. Broke my line. You didn't see that? That was 4 pounds easy, that fish. And he was pulling my drag. My drag was working. He might have cut me off on the dock, though. Win some, you lose some. But, good point of that, what did I say? We had narrowed it down to shade. I cast it in the shade. We got a big fish. So, we're narrowing in on what's going on here. I'm gonna cry in private. I'll get back to you. Well, look at the size of that baby. That is a 3/4 pounder at least. And just in case I don't get any more fish, this is the one I'm leaving on. I want to thank you for coming with me today. I had a lot of fun. This is so much better than chopping wood. And if you like it, hit the like button. If you don't, hit the dislike. I don't care. So, it's thanks for coming with. I love sharing these trips with you. Hopefully meet you on the water someday too, fishing with Rick. We'll see you. Keep your lines wet.